Look at how nice this is. This is actually in such good condition. There's actually kind of a lot left in here. Look how well set these ones still are. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Probably a music room. Everything's been neatly swept. Auditorium. Welcome back. We are here once again, still in Gary. This time we're going to be hitting up an abandoned middle school. Unlike most of the abandoned schools in this town, which shut down back in the earlier to mid 2000s just because of lack of funding or students, this one, based on what I read up on, it actually seems like it closed down simply because the students had too many failing grades. This one shut down, I think it was 2015. Anyway, it's a big place. There's going to be a lot to cover. Here it is right here. This building right here is just a part of it. That's just one wing. There's a ton more building that extends out farther that way. So then over here you can see yet another building. So this one is really just kind of like 2, 3, 4 buildings just kind of interconnected like that. I'm just waiting for there to not be any cars going by. So I think we're in the main central building right now. And yeah, this one's pretty big. Auditorium. Here's a stage. And here's the seats. You know, it's kind of odd. This whole thing kind of looks like a carbon copy of the little mini auditorium I found at that boys academy several videos back. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard to remember where I've been, as this is so many different halls and buildings. This seems to be the most main central kind of hall. Probably the front office right here. Maybe anyway. I don't know. I would have thought that'd be a little closer to the front doors. With these big counters, that's usually what it is in these schools. And it looks like I was right. Dang. There's actually kind of a lot left in here, just based on the scattered hallway furniture. So, with how these buildings are, I'm almost wondering if I should just go up and down by building rather than by floor. This is a segue into one of the other buildings. Look at that graffiti. And yeah, you can tell. I knew some of these buildings looked older, so you can just tell we entered a much older space. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go around and explore all the floors on this building, and then I'll kind of hit up the main area again. Yeah, this is pretty cool. Probably a music room. There's a piano. That wooden thing is for holding larger instruments like large basses or cellos, I think. This is most likely an orchestra room of some sort. Yeah, there's not really much to this particular building, but it's pretty old compared to the rest of it, just to the naked eye. So yeah, I'm guessing once we get way over there to those other more square looking ones, those will probably be a gym, and there could be a pool in here, I'm not actually sure. But we already saw the auditorium. Look how well set these ones still are. I mean, this room looks really untouched. There for sure has to be a date on something somewhere around here. I want to know for sure if 2015 really was the last year. 2016. Interesting. Yeah, here's another 2015 one. Yeah, that estimate was pretty accurate, I'd say. What on earth was this? What's the point of the railing? Science. Art. Is that what I think it is over there? I could be wrong, but is this not like a kiln? Like a thing for like superheating clay stuff till it's solid? I remember my elementary school had one of these, but I'm not sure I've actually seen one in person since. But I think that's what this is. Huh. This is kind of odd. I'm not sure what the point of this is, but it could have just been like some little community area. Just kind of like a student lounge hangout spot, perhaps. And segueing into a new building, it would seem. I think we're getting closer to that gym area. Okay, so this was a cafeteria. Everything's been neatly swept. I've seen that a time or two, at least on this trip. And just in general, I feel like that's the type of thing that gets done when some sort of officials come to look at the building to assess whether it could be renovated or turned into anything. I feel like that's kind of like the initial step of trying to start cleaning it up and whatnot. But then sometimes they just kind of give up early on, and I guess that's why these places sometimes look swept up even though they're still fully abandoned. All the kitchen stuff is still accounted for. Trays for holding food as the students pass by to get some. Little ovens, refrigerators and freezers, and the cold storage and stuff. And there's one of those tables. Kind of the weird ones with the stools that are part of the table itself. If that led to the cafeteria, then this over here is probably going to lead to a gym. Yeah, here it is. Wow. This one's been swept up too. Look at how nice this is. Let me get the stronger flashlight out. Look. This is actually in such good condition. Again, all the floors have been swept up, so that just makes it look even nicer. If it weren't for the graffiti on the sides of the walls, like, this wouldn't even look like it was in an abandoned school. It just looked like a gym that got kind of dusty. It's kind of flat.
Tell me you saw that.
Oh, I was so pissed off. My camera went blurry, but I literally stood on the bleachers over there on the second bleacher and just chucked in a shot on my first try. But the stupid camera was all blurry. Okay, let's go for a half quarter here.
Oh. Oh, there we go. You were in focus for that one, weren't you?
That's enough of that. I'm having too much fun here. It's time to get back to work. I mean, at least now I'm fairly certain I have the whole place to myself, because I'm pretty sure anyone in this building would have heard me loudly bouncing that deflated ball for the past 20 minutes. So I think all that's really left to do is to go see the upper floors from the main front building, and then that'll be about all there is to see. I mean, it's kind of cool. There's some stuff left behind. It's kind of a trashed mess too. Honestly, the gym and auditorium is still in like mint condition. It was the best thing about this place. And I made a few shots on camera too. I also missed like 100, but you know what? We don't really need to see those, do we? Like if I peek in these classrooms, it's kind of all the same thing. If I go down these halls, it's all kind of the same thing. I guess that's kind of the bad thing about taking trips like this, where I wind up doing like so many spots all on the same day. After a while, it all just kind of becomes the same thing to you. But this, what I just walked into, said library, so there's still a lot of books on the floor in here too. There's entire bookshelves full of books, and they just got tipped over. DVDs too. I mean, this library, it may have just had everything still in it, and they never took anything out. That's what it kind of looks like. Yeah, that was kind of cool. I'd kind of forgotten about libraries. I guess that's kind of the one thing that was missing in here that I hadn't seen yet. I actually want to find my way over to that other building, the other one that branches off over there, because I don't actually think I ever found my way over to that one. Yeah, this is why. Because I never went down this corridor. Looks an awful lot like that other one. It's actually the exact same as the other one. Well, this one doesn't have any music room. Just more classes full of boxes. I almost missed this though. This one's kind of cool. Oh, here it says technology education. Scary Gary. Okay, I'm ready to go. Where's my window? Yeah, this chalk sucks. I'm glad erasers are still here. This chalk falls apart in your hands. It's just too old. Okay, got it. Also, I did notice this. This is kind of cool. How the old meter sticks or yardsticks are still there. Little details like that sometimes remind me of my childhood. You never really think about that. How the whiteboard always had a meter stick on it. I don't know what that noise is, but I'm leaving anyway. Well, that's the abandoned middle school, which shut down only like 6 or 7 years ago, so fairly recent as compared to some of the other stuff. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I'm off to film the next one, and I'll see you then.